Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 360. It's the Sabbath day today, fourth Sunday of Easter. Who's a holier man? Now, I was actually thinking about this. Sometimes I like to challenge my kids and create some theological arguments and see if they could try to figure it out and sort it out. But who's a holier man? So you have two men, same size, same weight, same everything, eat the same amount of food, exercise the same amount. And really live parallel lives. They're both married. They both have three kids. And one of the men is very scrupulous in terms of his religious life, and he really wants to live the faith. And he goes to daily mass. He hits confession regularly. He doesn't drink. He's constantly teaching religion to the children, teaching the sacramental life to the children. He does a lot of Catholic writings, and he's studies theology a lot, or does a lot of writing to try to pass on his legacy to his children. Then you have another man, same equal guy essentially, except that he goes to mass, he partakes in the sacramental life of the church, but nothing more than that. He doesn't leave a avid prayer life. Maybe he drinks a little bit too much. Maybe he does other things that he probably shouldn't be doing. One of the guys is virtually sinless, right? And the other guy, he partakes in the sacraments. That's about it. Maybe he doesn't even do that on a regular basis at all. But they both have three children. And one of the really holy man, or the apparently holy man, is so wrapped up in his religious life that he doesn't work enough, right? And so he doesn't bring home a lot of money for his family. And his wife actually has to beg for food. She has to hit the food banks. She actually has to go out on the street every now and then and find her kids, some food to eat. And while he's away praying and living the sacramental life, getting the confession, and really analyzing his soul to become a better person. Then the other man, he's kind of industrious, actually. He does drink a little bit too much. He likes to barroom brawl, but he works hard, and he brings home the bacon, and his wife doesn't go for naught. And she leads an average, an above average prayer life with the children, and teaches them about the sacramental life of the church, and so on and so forth. So who's the holier man? And I can tell you what, I was actually thinking about this, by the way. The sacramental life of the church is really not enough, right? Because that's the one way to get you to heaven, right? To try to make yourself better. But the problem here is you can't just live an active sacramental life in terms of prayer, penance, confession, and self-meditation and contemplation. Part of being a Catholic man is actually doing something with the gifts that God gave you. It's not just being religious. Literally, you're supposed to pick up the yoke of responsibility and carry it and go forward with it. If you, as a Catholic man, you protect your children, you give them a spiritual life, but you don't provide for them, okay, so you're not really that holy, are you? Or you really have a lot of things you have to do. Like if you suffer slightly with laziness, maybe that's why that guy's so holy, is because he finds it easy to pray a lot. He finds it easy to live a sacramental life at the church. He finds it easy for self-contemplation, right? But yet he's kind of abrogating one of his main duties in life, which is to feed his wife and children and to provide for them. So is he really that holy? And you got to think about that. And then the other guy, who literally he provides, he protects, and he kind of is creating a spiritual life for his family. Is he any less holy because he doesn't really live the same kind of prayer life, and he's not as scrupulous as the other guy? And oh, by the way, he does partake in some sins, and so on and so forth. And I'll let you guys decide that. But I can tell you what. My inclination is this, that man is supposed to pick up responsibility and fulfill his duty as a man. Part of that is becoming a holy man. The remainder of it is trying to make yourself better and hitting the sacraments and whatever else. But if you neglect the basic, your basic requirements for grabbing responsibility and doing what's good for a woman and your children, I think you kind of miss the entire point of being a good Catholic. And so who is a holier man? And I'm going to actually take sides on this, but I'll let you decide on your own. And you can comment if you really don't like my analysis. The guy that lives the sinless sacramental life but doesn't provide enough for his kids is less holy than the man that's just grinding it out. He kind of, partakes in some sins, but he tries to correct them later on in life a little bit. But his kids are well fed, and he carries out his responsibility as a man and a provider of the family. I would say that man's probably holier. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd like a priest to actually comment upon this. It would actually be pretty neat to know. Well, anyway, this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, get to Mass, and pray the daily rosary. And by the way, we did get back to Mass today. It was kind of neat. You know, the shutdown's done. Who knows if it's going to come back, and we'll discuss more on that later. God bless you all. Take care.